Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I've been just really focusing on my devotionals each day and really focusing on getting back in my walk with faith and with my relationship with Jesus. And that's why I haven't really been posting a lot of videos. I did post a few shorts saying that I was going to talk about empathy, which is what I'm kind of going to touch base on right now. It's not going to be a super long video. It's kind of going to be a shorter video just because I am trying to really just focus on not being on in my devices as much and more in my actual life. Just been going through a lot of things where empathy it's key to have. And you need to be empathetic when you're doing any type of anything, like any decision that you make. You need to also remember that people have feelings. I now am dealing with that in my own life, with realizing that, telling the truth and being honest and open is better than being, the person that thinks, well, if I just don't say it, then it won't hurt their feelings, because it will come back up and it will bite you in the ass if you're not honest the first time around. I'm learning this the hard way, and it really sucks, because then it just shows a character flaw, and it gives room for people to think that you're a person that you're not. And I have not done a very good job recently at representing myself in the best way possible, and I am very much so regretting it. And I have hurt people that I did not want to hurt, and that's something that I'm going to be working on. I have been in the past a very distracted person, because I've been so focused on being present on, social medias and stuff like that. Not so much posting, but just being present and like more with the TikTok scene. And TikTok is a death trap. It is a place where anyone and everybody, just like YouTube, but I feel like you can regulate it better on here, because I just feel like it's easier and it's not as crazy. There's no option to message people on YouTube. You can comment on posts and stuff like that, but there's no messaging aspect of it. And I think that's where I run into a lot of problems, is I get caught up in the social butterfly aspect of it. I've always been a very social person. I've always had a lot of friends. I've always been really nice to the wrong people, and I've been learning that more and more so lately, which is why I took a step back in my own life to kind of like look at the bigger picture, step out of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable on social media. Without social media, it causes me to be uncomfortable and to find things that are outside of my comfort zone to become more comfortable. And this whole 21-day cleanse, I'm on day 1, 2, 3, I'm on day 4. And it has been very eye-opening, very uplifting, I guess you could say. Literally no one talks to me now. I don't talk to anybody. I have 4 people in my life that I talk to on a regular basis, and one of them is my mom. So you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your so-called friends. You just learn a lot. And it has really opened my eyes. I have, felt the presence of God with me, just placing little things in my life to tell me, I'm here, I'm listening, and here I am talking to you guys about it. And I think that my devotionals, I've been doing 2 different ones. One is it's a detailed guide on, reflecting Christ's love. I wrote down some notes so that I could talk to you guys about that. And empathy is what I really wanted to get into today. And empathy isn't just, showing up for somebody and showing them, like, hey, I care. It's not just saying I care. It's doing other things. It's going above and beyond. You know what I mean? And the story that they used in this devotional was Jesus weeping for Lazarus with Mary and Martha. He knew that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, but being the compassionate and kind and loving Lord that he is, he sat there and wept with them. And he was there for them to show them that I understand your pain and I'm feeling your pain with you. That's what we need to do. We need to, represent that to the world. We need to have a Christ-like compassion for others in our world. And I'm learning that I have always been a very empathetic person. I've always felt other people's pain. I've always tried to help people get through their pain. But I've also found that I'm not as empathetic as I thought I was. When some people come to me and they're like, this is what I'm going through, I find myself saying, well, I went through this and this is how I felt. And, you know, don't do that. People don't want to hear, well, I did this, because it makes it seem like you're neglecting their problems to make your problems seem more important. And that's not okay. And I find myself doing this a lot. You know, I'll try and give them, you know, my story to kind of have them be able to reference it and be able to see how I got through it, and maybe it can help them. But sometimes all people want is just an ear to listen to them. A silent presence speaks volumes, whereas instead of just saying, you know, I have all the answers for you and this is what you need to do, just listen. Listen, let them get their thoughts out, let them feel it, let them know that there's somebody there feeling it with them. You know, and if it's a struggle that they're going through in their life, taking something off of their plate, whether it's an errand, a meal, you know, just a kind note that you send to them, it makes people feel like somebody is there and understands. And I'm going to work on that in my own life and try and make it a little bit better and try and present that to the world, because yes, I feel others' pain. Yes, I try and help other people through it, but I'm not doing it in a way where those other people are feeling like I'm actually helping them. They feel like I'm actually adding more problems to their plate. And that's something that I'm going to work on. You know, I'm going through a tough period transition in my life. You know, I lost my job. I had to put my dog down. I was going through some stuff with my son. And it caused me to, what's the word I'm looking for? Turn away from who I really am. And through all of the struggles that I've been through, I lost myself and forgot who I was. And I turned into this person that I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of who I am, of where I am, of how I got here. I'm not proud of any of it. And I've hurt people along the way that I did not want to hurt, and that I really truthfully care about, and didn't realize how my actions were hurting them. So I'm going to take an even farther step back and really look at my life and look at the people that have been involved in my life and try and get better for them as well as for myself, because I'm tired of hurting people and not realizing it, you know, thinking that I'm doing the right thing when really I'm not. I'm doing it because I don't want to admit my wrongs rather than just admitting them. And if somebody's mad at me, they're mad at me, but at least I was honest, you know what I mean? Rather than saying, well, I didn't tell you because I wanted to not hurt your feelings. Because at the end of the day, it's going to hurt their feelings regardless. So the best policy is always honesty. Always be honest with the people that you care about, because when you're not honest with them, it makes them feel like you don't care. And no amount of saying, I do care, is going to change that. Because now they have it in their head that you lie. And, you know, we all tell white lies to save people's feelings and all this other stuff, but you got to be more mindful of how other people feel and how your actions are going to make them feel. Be empathetic. Realize that, you know, everybody's going through a struggle, and what may seem like a little struggle to you is a massive struggle to somebody else. So being conscious of that, being empathetic of their feelings, and trying to help them. Take a task off their plate. You know, send them a kind note like, hey, I'm thinking of you. I know you're going through a struggle. I'm here for whatever you may need. And that's sometimes all we need, is just knowing that somebody's there when we need them. So that's my video for today, and I'm going to edit this a little bit and then I'll post it. Maybe I'll post another video later on the other couple days of my devotional. And the other devotional that I'm doing is called Renew My Mind. It's a New Year's guide. It's a 3-day devotional, and I finished it, so I might jump on here later and do a video on that. But I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.